Your hormones are unbalanced as a man. Let's be honest, it happens to a lot of guys, especially us younger guys and maybe even older guys that are going through their job right now and having like tons of stress on their back all the time, not really finding a time at all to focus on your actual health, on your actual fitness or anything like that. And this is me only just a year ago. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I my hormones were incredibly unbalanced, guys. Like seriously, really, really bad. Um, yeah, as you can see, eating shit food, like milkshake, and then I had this awful skin condition, like rosacea, and I had eczema. Like, I mean, seriously, like the inflammation on my face was really bad. Um, yeah, the bloating, like I was overweight, like still here in this picture. Like you can just tell the acne everywhere. Like it was, guys. My hormones were seriously imbalanced. So this is me now, and as you can see, I've lost a ton of weight, and I'm very in shape. My skin, you can see a little bit in this picture, is cleared up. My face is starting to chisel out. There's really no bloating. This picture makes it way more clear. Yeah, as you can see in this picture, like almost all my acne is just completely gone. I just have like some scars left and stuff like that. But I mean, really, just the skin condition is just a million times better. And obviously, in this picture is just another physique picture. I mean, I've lost a ton of weight, like tons and tons of weight. It's really made it so much easier. But the reason why your hormones are unbalanced as a man is because you're eating shit food like this. Your diet sucks. You're going out and you're eating fast food from restaurants. Even if you get like burgers or like chicken tenders or stuff like that, like even if you're not getting like sweets and stuff like that, you still are eating super unhealthy. Like it is not good for you at all. Like you think that you're eating healthy with this food, but I had this as a picture down here just to make sure you guys know. If you go to Chick-fil-A and you get their grilled chicken, no, not just their sandwich, not just the sandwich, but just the chicken alone has 46 ingredients. Like you're eating shit, guys, constantly every single day. If you're going out to eat and eating fast food, it's all a bunch of junk. Like you don't need to be doing this. Like look at this. This whatever the fuck this is. Like you can't even tell me what this word means and you're using it to make silly putty. You're eating this stuff. Like seriously. Like and you think this is healthy. And even salads, you eating salads is not healthy. Seriously. I it's you've been tricked. Like seriously, it's not even fixing your health in the slightest bit. Even food that you make at home and like the packaged stuff that you can get from Walmart or whatever, still so awful for you. So many ingredients, so much garbage. What you really should be eating is whole foods like this. This is what I eat. This is pictures of what I've been eating. Chicken thighs, sweet potato. In this Greek yogurt bowl, I have Greek yogurt, strawberries, honey, pineapples, mangoes, kiwis, pomegranate arils. Um, I sometimes put some cacao powder in there, like all just whole foods, 100% just ingredients, just single food ingredients. Like, okay, if you don't know what a whole food is, this is a whole food. A sweet potato, how many ingredients is in a sweet potato? One. It's a sweet potato. How many ingredients is in this chicken thigh? Nothing. It's just a chicken thigh. That is one ingredient. That is what a whole food is. Eggs, cheese, more cheese, avocado, steak. Guys, this is how you should be eating. This is what has helped me achieve. This is a large portion of what has helped me achieve my physique and achieve a lean, non-bloated, non-acne face. Is this sort of diet? For the absolute best health benefits, you should be eating only five different categories of food, and those five categories are honey, fruit, meat, raw dairy, and pasteurized eggs. Over here, I just have a group of starches. This is not actually in the five categories, but it's still some healthy food options for you if you want to get some carbs in. It's not going to treat your body as well as you can get from these types of foods. But this is how you should be eating. The healthiest stuff that you can get in stores is this stuff here. You can't get raw milk much in store, but Guys, this is seriously the diet that will change your life. Whole foods and eating from these different categories of food will seriously change your life. Eating this diet will result in a ton of benefits, but it's not enough to solve your hormonal issues with that alone. You could say that this is an animal based diet or a carnivore diet or a biblical based diet. There's something more to my diet that than just those regular diets. This is oh, let me get my mouse. This is the low spike diet. Low spike diet. This is the diet that has changed my life forever, and I will keep eating for the rest of my life. This is the perfect diet for almost every single human being on this earth. That is, doing exercise, not just super sedentary. This, regardless, even if they're sedentary, this is actually probably would help them if they're more sedentary. This is the diet that you should be going on, and this is what I've lived off of for the last year to get me the lean physique, the non-bloated face, and less acne on my face, like almost none. This is what you should be eating. This is the diet that has changed my life completely. The whole purpose of this diet is to reduce blood sugar spikes, also known as glucose spikes. If you don't know what glucose spikes are, basically, whenever you eat carbs, you'll have a glucose spike. Because whenever you eat carbs, whether it's starches or sugars from anything at all, as long as it's sugar or starch, as long as it is a carb, if you eat it, you will most likely have a glucose spike. The more carbs you eat, the bigger the glucose spike you have. What it does is whenever you eat carbs, you digest that, and that turns into glycogen or glucose, and it permeates your gut lining and goes into your bloodstream, and that's what causes a blood sugar spike. This is everything that comes with a blood sugar spike. The higher that the blood sugar spikes are and the more frequent they are, the worse these symptoms will be. So first off, we have low energy. This is probably the biggest out of all of them, honestly. This is like day-to-day stuff. You have low energy constantly. I'm telling you, constantly. The cravings that you get from having glucose spikes it's absolutely insane. Like the more you eat the earlier in the day, the more you'll have it later in the day. Brain fog is also crazy. Whenever you have these meals and let's say you're eating like a burger at lunch, and that bread inside of that meal causes a glucose spike because there's carbs in that meal, and then you feel really tired. You just feel like really fatigued, and like you just feel like you can't even like think straight, and this is why you feel so like randomly tired even though you're fine, like you've got enough sleep and stuff. This is because of glucose spikes. This is what it does to you. Inflammation, it causes tons of inflammation in your body. This is like one of the key things for reducing inflammation if you reduce glucose spikes, but glucose spikes cause tons of inflammation in your body, and that's what causes the acne and the aging. It's very slow, but it does speed aging up just slightly. It's not a huge deal, but if you're a woman and you want to keep your skin elastic, and you want to keep your skin healthy and your body healthy, your organs healthy, reducing glucose spikes will slow the aging of every single organ in your body, including your skin. So it'll be more elastic. And then the acne, I already explained, came from the inflammation that happens. It also causes like rosacea, eczema. It just causes like huge breakouts of just random things. And unbalanced hormones, guys. That's what we're here for. This is what this video is titled. Like, all this stuff is all symptoms of glucose spikes and unbalanced hormones. You're unfocused with also the fatigue and the brain fog. It's the same thing. You get insulin spikes. So basically, whenever you have a blood sugar spike or a glucose spike, it's the same thing. It travels through your blood, and your body wants to get rid of that glucose because glucose attaches to molecules while it's going through your bloodstream, and it basically just destroys the cells that it's attaching to. So basically, what insulin does is released by your pancreas. What insulin does, it goes and grabs the glucose molecules, and then it goes and stores it in your liver, your muscle cells, your liver cells, your muscle cells, and your fat cells. And what this does, so first it's, like I said, in order. It's your liver cells first, and then once your liver cells are filled up with glycogen, then it starts to be stored in your muscle cells, and then after your muscle cells are full, then it gets stored in your fat, and that's how you get fatter. It's a direct correlate to fat gain. So whenever you're having weight gain, especially around the midsection, this is a large portion is from carbs and glucose spikes. It's directly correlated with weight gain. And the more that you have these insulin spikes from eating so many carbs, the more that your insulin resistance will spike up. So over time, the more insulin spikes you have, your cells will become resistant to insulin in your body. Basically, insulin resistance is just cells resisting insulin more and more as your life goes on, and the more glucose spikes you have, the more insulin spikes you have. And the less you can reduce that, the more you can maintain healthy hormones and healthy, and not get obese and just healthy weight. Insulin resistance is directly correlated and early signs of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. And insulin resistance is basically just when the cells become resistant to insulin, and then you have to produce more insulin to store glycogen in your cells, and that leads to a huge constant spike of insulin over your life, and then that leads to type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, and obesity. And also, insulin resistance is directly correlated with fat gain. So every single time you have high insulin inside your body, it's directly you're in a either fat maintaining or fat storage mode, basically. Obesity, we already talked about that. You just gain so much more weight. The stress from it all. I mean, everything that we just talked about when it comes to glucose spikes, like stress really like just brings that out even more. Stress is basically almost a correlate to glucose spikes because of how much, like, whenever you have stress. Like, I had a client the other day was talking about how when she was on a work call and she had a glucose monitor on, and then whenever she got off the phone call, she had a huge glucose spike, and she was super stressed. Like, they're directly correlated, and the more you can reduce glucose spikes, the less stress you'll have, the less glucose spikes you'll have. So it fixes a shit ton of stuff. You have awful sleep because your energy is just completely wacko, like all the time. You're eating, your mitochondria is being slowed. So like when you're trying to recover in your sleep, mitochondria is being slowed, and mitochondria is not functioning as it should be because of these glucose spikes. The less mitochondrial function that you have, the less that you're going to be able to produce natural energy for yourself. So your energy is going to constantly be low, and your anxiety too is also going to drive up. It's also the same thing with stress. So these are all the things that comes with glucose spikes. Glucose spikes are seriously harmful for our health. People may say they're not, but they really are, and especially over a long period of time. It's what leads to all these things over here, like type 2 diabetes, obesity. Over time, that's what leads to these things, insulin resistance and all that. The low spike diet eliminates these things by reducing these spikes from occurring so frequently and how big the spike is. So when you get on the low spike diet, it reduces how many glucose spikes you have and how big they are, so you don't get all these shitty ass fucking side effects from these glucose spikes. If you want to unlock your potential, then you have to change the way that you're going through your life at this very time. Like, the way you're eating right now, the way you're going through your life is not going to help. It's not going to change anything. It's just going to worsen your health. Like, you're not ever going to get better. The way you're eating right now, the way your brain is telling you to do stuff and go through your life is just not correct. You're not going to fix yourself. You're not going to change anything. You're not going to improve if you keep staying the way you are. In this video, I explain how you can start to balance out your hormones and reclaim your glory as a man, or start your path to glory as a man. Eat the 5 foundational food groups: meat, fruit, eggs, raw dairy, and honey, and sometimes some starches. I'll explain this more in future videos. Implementing whole foods. So again, just chicken thighs, nothing else. No fucking processed food from restaurants and shit like that. Don't do that. Don't eat that stuff. It's really bad for you. Just like cheese, like raw milk, like eggs. Like, it's all single ingredient stuff. Eliminate processed foods that will wreck your hormones. Please. Like, I swear to God, that's like when it was a year ago, I have pictures of me on that same vacation that I took that showed me overweight. I was just drinking like tons of like awful shit. Like, I was eating all the stupid food there. Like, I was eating some healthy food because I'm I'm pretty healthy, but like I just didn't understand the hormone side of it, and I didn't know how to fix my health when it comes to my organ health. And reduction of blood sugar spikes just helped that out completely, just canceled out everything that's been bad basically when it comes to my skin and comes to my health, and I'm just getting faster progress than ever. My reduction of blood sugar has, I can guarantee you, just sealed the deal with everything. I continue to do this, and I'll continue to do it for the rest of my life. Reducing blood sugar spikes is incredible. So I will keep posting about the things I talk about in greater depth in the future, and how the low spike diet works, and how the results and all the results that has given me and my clients, and how you can do the same and get the results that we have gotten. Shoot me any, and I mean any, questions that you have about my diet, or check it out and how it works on my Instagram. I have a lot of videos that basically just check out, or that basically just explain like what it is. You can look back further. I have a lot of videos that just explain a lot of health stuff basically too, and how I've cleared up my hormones and cleared up my face, balanced my hormones, I guess. Real quick shameless plug. You can book a one-on-one call with me down below, talk about my program and yada yada. What I do is just teach. I coach men and women who have hormonal issues and who can't figure out how to balance their hormones, or just genuinely just are confused, like postmenopausal women, or women with PCOS, or men that have stressful jobs and don't really know how to balance their hormones, or are stressed out all the time from whatever they're going through in life and don't really know how to find time to go to the gym and have a healthy diet. Then definitely book one on call with me and just talk about everything that I can do to help you, and see if you'd be a good fit. But that's just a shameless plug. But if you enjoyed this video, maybe subscribe, I guess. Again, shameless plug, whatever. But I'll be uploading more future videos on this whole topic, the low spike diet, how you should train to reduce stress. I help men and women reduce their stress levels, and I help men and women balance their hormones so they don't have to deal with all these side effects anymore and just live a happy, healthy life. What I do exactly in my program, I guarantee 16 pounds of fat loss and balanced hormones by the end of 4 months. And if you don't achieve both of those goals, then I work with you for free until you get them. So that's it. If you want to book a one-on-one call with me down below to talk about my program, go ahead. Please check out my Instagram. I have a ton of videos on there that can help you. And if you want to message me and ask me just questions or whatever, go ahead. Thanks for watching.